Wait a minute, when you say reduction, you're paying child support to her.
Yes.
Who does the child live with?
Me.
But the person that the child lives with does not pay child support. You should not be paying child support to her. And the child lives with you. Are you giving him the money back?
No.
This father has been dragged into court because his wife, who has been draining his finances, refuses to take any responsibility for their child. While she plays the victim, the reality is crystal clear. She's not interested in being a mother, only in using him as a personal ATM. The courtroom is filled with tension as her excuses pile up, but how long can she keep up the act before the judge sees right through her? It's a frustrating yet all too common scenario. Some parents prioritize money and personal gain over the well-being of their own children, leaving the other parent to shoulder all the responsibility. But here's the real question. If someone isn't ready to be a good parent, why bring a child into the world at all? It's heartbreaking to watch a father fight for his child while the mother seems more concerned with securing financial support than actual parenting as the case unfolds. We'll be diving deep into her claims, some of which are so absurd they'll leave you speechless. Is she really struggling? Or is this just another attempt to manipulate the system? Stick around because this courtroom battle is just getting started.
Mr. Roberts, you filed this case before the court?
Yes, ma'am.
What's going on?
Well, I still pay child support because our daughter goes to school. It's better for her to go to school in her area as opposed to mine. Our schools are terrible. We don't really do well over there, and her school is great over there. But I wanted kind of a reduction.
Wait a minute, when you say reduction, you're paying child support to her.
Yes.
Who does the child live with?
Me. But she goes to school with her.
It's not a... Wait a minute, wait a minute.
Yes,
you all know that's not how this works, right?
What?
The person who the child lives with does not pay child support. The person who the child does not live with pays child support.
Well, ma'am, originally we had an agreement with the court.
And it's your honor or judge.
I'm sorry, your honor.
Oh, go ahead.
My bad. We originally had an agreement, but she goes to night school. So, our daughter lives with me.
Okay,
but she goes to her school.
That you guys have an agreement.
Yes, ma'am.
But the person that the child lives with does not pay child support. You understand that, right, ma'am?
Yes, but I'm the one that pays for her schooling.
How much is her schooling?
It's $600 a month.
$600 a month. But the child lives with him. She has needs outside of school. You understand that, right?
Yes, I understand.
So the child is living with you.
Yes.
You're paying for her day-to-day expenses.
Absolutely.
You're paying for her extracurricular activities, I'm assuming, right?
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
What are you paying for besides school?
I only pay for school and the food that she eats on a day-to-day basis.
You should not be paying child support to her. And the child lives with you. Are you giving him the money back?
No.
What are you doing with the money?
I spend it on her schooling.
You spend it on what?
Using it to pay for her schooling.
To pay for her school, but she does not live with you. You know what? How much money you make a year?
I make $50,000 a year.
Wait, hold up.
This woman is a textbook example of manipulation and greed. While she paints herself as a struggling mother, the truth is far from it. She's raking in an unbelievable $50,000 a month, but still shamelessly demands more from her ex-husband, who's barely keeping up. It's not just unfair, it's disgusting. Instead of focusing on raising her children with love and responsibility, she's using them as leverage to milk more money out of a father who genuinely wants to do the right thing. What's even worse is that she's completely indifferent to the harm she's causing. Her own children are suffering due to her selfish actions, yet she continues to play the victim, acting as if she's financially struggling when, in reality, she's thriving. How can someone who's making more money than most people see in a lifetime justify taking more from a father who's already stretched thin? Her entitlement knows no bounds, and her deception is finally starting to unravel, but here's the big question. Should courts start coming down harder on parents who exploit the system for personal gain? And should there be stricter consequences for those who intentionally lie about their financial situation in family court? This case is proof that some people will do anything for money, even at the expense of their own children. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Was justice served in this case, or should the court have done more? And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another jaw-dropping courtroom showdown.
You should not be taking money away from him, and you have a job, and you're making how much?
I'm making $50,000 a year.
$50,000 a year? You know what? You think it's a game.
In all honesty, Judge, I
In all
just started
honesty,
working.
you think it's a game. That's not cute. And this is not funny. This is a serious matter. This man is paying child support for a child who lives with him. He has to pay extra money for his expenses and everything. You understand that? So you have a 2-bedroom home or
Yes, ma'am.
apartment?
Yes, ma'am.
He has to get an extra bedroom. That's extra money that he could be saving. Do you understand that?
I understand.
Electricity be all the other expenses. They're increasing. While you're sitting on $50,000 a year. Okay. So, based on the calculation I have here, have your gross at $4,166.67. Brings your net down to $3,266 to $3,266.81. How many children do you have, ma'am?
Just one.
Just one? Okay. That's going to be based on 20%. So child support is $653.37. You can close your mouth. It's okay. You're getting $600 right now from him, and you make $50,000 a year. Who pays health insurance for this child?
I do.
How much is health insurance?
$150.
$150. How often are you paid?
I get paid every 2 weeks, ma'am.
Okay. So for the child only, it's $150?
Yes, ma'am.
You do understand that a part of the child support obligation is to pay health insurance. The two of you understand that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So you, ma'am, will be paying $653.37 plus $150 as medical reimbursement for the child, which brings your monthly obligation to $803.37.
Instant karma strikes. She walked into court confident that she could continue draining her ex-husband's finances without consequences, but reality had other plans. The truth finally came out, and now she's paying the price for her greed. This isn't just a case of entitlement, it's outright fraud, the kind of manipulative, deceitful behavior that ruins lives. Taking advantage of someone financially, especially the father of her own children, is not just unethical, it's disgraceful. Yet she expected sympathy, as if she were the victim. What's even worse is that this isn't some struggling parent fighting to make ends meet. She's secretly making $50,000 a month. Instead of prioritizing her children's well-being, she was hiding assets and demanding even more money from the father. Her selfishness knew no limits, but today the court saw through her lies, and for once she could manipulate the system to her advantage. Now, instead of walking away with more money, she's the one paying up. But here's the real question. Was the court's ruling strong enough? Should she have faced even harsher penalties for her blatant deception, or do you think justice was served? One thing is clear. This case has left everyone shocked, and the fallout is far from over. It's cases like these that make people question whether the system does enough to hold manipulative parents accountable. What do you think? Did the court go too easy on her, or was the punishment fair? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you love courtroom drama, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another jaw-dropping case.